It's This Week in Bourbon, and all dads know that frustrating feeling when dealing with house fixes. Here's your headlines for August 15th, 2025. Pursuit Spirits on Whiskey Row is officially open. Fred Minnick is set to release a new book, and Uncle Nearest is given a gag order. But before we get started, here's a quick word from our partners. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's This Week in Bourbon, a very special This Week in Bourbon. We get to talk about the project that we've been building for 2.5 years, but we can save that for a little bit. Ryan, how often do you have to fix things around the house?
More often than I'd like.
More often than you like? Yeah, I think that's... Do you get... I don't know. Is your household the same as mine, where my wife says, you take care of everything outside, I'll take care of everything inside, when she says, she'll take care of like everything inside. Well, except everything. Except everything, right? It's like she's like, everything's always so messy. It's always so dirty around here. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, it feels fine to me.
Yeah, my wife says the same thing, and then she calls me today and she's like, the toilet won't flush. And I was like, well, take the lid off and see what's going on. And
just hit the thing.
And I was like,
dangle it a few times.
I was like, you see the float? She's like, what's a float? And I'm like, it's the thing that rises up that float. I was like, the float's probably stuck. And I was like, just like give it a little tap. And sure enough, did it. And he's like, oh, okay, great. But I'm sure she won't remember the next time.
I will say my wife she's now a subscriber to the paid ChatGPT, and she uses for absolutely everything.
Oh, so, my wife's all on fire with ChatGPT.
Oh, so she'll take pictures of everything and be like, "This is what ChatGPT says." I'm like, "Oh, great."
Yeah.
Great. So anyway, there's this video. It's been going absolutely bananas. It's hilarious. And by the way, listeners, there is some vulgar language in this. So if you don't like the F-bomb, then
or you have kids in the car,
then I would go ahead and silence it real quick. But anybody that's a dad knows the frustration of, maybe like changing a light on a ceiling fan.
Oh, they're the worst.
Oh, I see. Oh, I got it now. God damn this fucking hellhole. I hate this fucking house. I hate everything about this fucking place. I despise this fucking house, man. Nobody helps me around here. All y'all just sit around. Shine the light up here so I can see.
I've had moments like that before.
No, you're crying. I'm crying too. It's like this dad just absolutely loses it.
I had that moment. So like my daughter's in her closet, she has like a LED light that went out, and like whoever put the junction box in, like it's very tight and like the wires barely fit, and you have to get it in just perfect or it won't like snap in, and it kept like pushing out, and I was like, I went GDF. I had that exact same moment.
Oh, I think we've all been in there at some point, just because it's just, you're like just a 1/4 inch off or something like that, and you got to start over.
Yep.
That's how it is. Any trips coming up?
Yeah, I'll be in Denver end of August.
Okay.
Spirit Wines Provision. I will be there Saturday, August 30th. Still determining time, so I'm going to really button that up next week because it's about 2 weeks out. It's coming up fast.
It is. It's coming up fast.
But,
it is coming up fast.
Had a great time in Franklin, Tennessee at the Southern Whiskey Society. I want to give a huge shout out to Tiny, who puts on the event, and his wife. One of the, really top-notch whiskey events that I've been to. It was really intimate, great food pairings. The restaurant that we paired with, that Pursuit, they had was the Carrington Row. They made a short rib with fig jam made with Pursuit bourbon. It was exceptional, really good. Just had a great time, and shout out to Shane and Robert, our ambassadors, who helped us, but also too loved seeing everybody in the industry there. Greg and Kate from Larrikin, Ned, the Gypsy folks were there. It was a great time.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. This one's still a bit further off, but I plan on being in the Maryland, D.C. area, October 8th through the 10th. So we'll see what's going on the 8th and the 9th around there. So just pencil that in. We'll see what happens. And then we're still looking for a time to get down to all things Texas, around Dallas and Houston and stuff like that as well.
Party.
Yes. Well, let's go ahead and let's dive in with this first one. I copied a lot. You got to understand, what we just built is a huge undertaking, but there's a lot of things that go in here, not just from opening up a new building, but there's new experiences. There's a new cocktail bar. So I'm going to skip over a lot of stuff here as we talk about this. But Pursuit Spirits, founded by yours truly, we are officially opening the doors on Thursday, August 14th. And this is going to have 2 floors covering nearly 7,600 square feet. Pursuit Spirits on Whiskey Row. And it's going to have a little bit of everything from immersive tasting experiences, a full retail shop, also the new Bourbon Pursuit podcast studio, and a cozy cocktail lounge built for good times. And this building, we talked about before, was erected in the early 20th century, and it's going to feature restored hardwood floors and original brick walls. There's also an original elevator shaft, a freight elevator, turned into an art piece that connects both the floors via a glass floor. The lower lounge features an old vault converted into a private seating nook, and you can also go and across these 2 floors, you can see there's more history and innovation, and it all comes together for a damn good time. Now, I'm going to skip a few different things because we are bringing our existing experiences from our Mellwood location over there, such as the whole shebang and Discover the Pursuit. But we're also launching 3 new experiences as well. So we're going to start with the first one, which is Mellwood Past and Present, where we're going to talk about the history of Mellwood and also how it led into Pursuit Spirits. So you can kind of get an idea of the brand and why we put out these small 375 ml bottles. But anybody that listens to Behind the Pursuit, you already know the story of Mellwood, so you can go ahead and listen to that one as well. The second is called Choose Your Own Cocktail Adventure, and this is where you will go and you'll sip the bourbon and the rye, and then from there you'll figure out which way do I want to venture off in creating a cocktail. And there's no standard old fashions around here. Our staff they're bougie, they're
top notch,
they're fancy, and so they
artists.
They definitely took it to another level. And the last one is called Founder Hour. This is where you get to hang out with either Ryan or myself. We'll bring in a handful of products, some R&D projects, barrel samples.
Mostly Kenny.
No. I'm going to send you in on Saturday evenings. How about that?
Oh, boy.
I'm just kidding. But, it's kind of whatever we want to throw at you. It's kind of just like sitting down for an hour and just talking and trying to figure out what do we want to do. And we call it our endless trial, or sorry, what do we say? Our trial of error of our endless pursuit. But that kind of leads into our next thing is that we are also opening up a basement cocktail lounge called Trial and Error. And this is really just going to be more focused on cocktails where we started, but there is our entire library of Pursuit series. Ryan and I, we dug out every single bottle we had in our basements.
Yes, my wife was thrilled to get those out of there.
And so what you see on the wall, if it's old, that's it. Like, we don't have any more of them. That is going to be, we're going to have to buy them off of Steve Creasy. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. We got one person out there. He's our archivist, and we're going to end up having to buy the whole archive.
He was there last night for the soft opening, and he was like, I'm finally going to get to try some of these. Because he doesn't want to open.
Yeah, he's held on to them forever.
Yeah.
And I'm going to skip over a little bit, but, shout out to our beverage program and our lead bartender, Jordan Harris, for putting a lot of this together. He reimagined a lot of the great staples, such as the T&E Old Fashioned. We have a barrel-aged Manhattan. We do have a New York Sour. We also brought the famous Rye Rita to the menu.
Ryan Rita now.
It's called the Ryan Rita, yes. So, and then we're also adding in a few different things. There's something called I'm Working Late, which is everybody's been loving that one recently.
Oh, yeah.
It's our spin on the espresso martini. There's Cherry Styles, which is
also my personal favorite.
There you go. It's got a little bit of that bitterness. I kind of talk about it. It's kind of like a Boulevardier,
but not as bitter.
Not as bitter. Still has sweet, but there's just a slight bitter note at the very end. And then all the ladies are loving the Paint the World Pink.
Yes. And then what was the tequila one? I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't have the menu in front of me.
Yeah.
We've only been there the past 3 nights.
Only Joe likes it, so that's...
There's a lot of people that love it.
No, I know. My wife tried it last night.
It's like a clarified one, but I think the tequila one's also a spicy one, or it's got
but I remember trying it. It was actually pretty good for a tequila drink, and so
look at you, just like
sorry. It was tolerable. No, I'm kidding. It's very good. So if you're an agave fan, that one's gonna suit your fancy.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, that was it. I kind of blew over a lot of stuff to kind of give you our spin on it. But I'll tell you what, y'all, I'm more than happy and excited, and thank you. And I think this is probably a good opportunity to sit there and do say thank you. Avid listener out there, supporter, Patreon supporter, everybody that's bought a Discord, everybody that's bought a bottle in the past. I mean, this is built because of you all.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine 10 years ago sitting in a basement with you and a crappy
Your
USB
ugly
microphone.
ass mustache.
I had a great mustache, by the way. But thinking 10 years later, here we are. We're actually opening up a storefront at almost 8,000 square feet on Whiskey Row, and it feels surreal. And honestly, I can't say more thanks to our listeners and fans and supporters out there. Like, this is a true dream. This is something that I never would have anticipated happening, and now here we are.
Yeah, and second that, it's mind-blowing that we've came this far, and it really is because of all the fan support, with our Patreon, Discord, even just anyone and everyone that's interacted with us, listened to the show, met us somewhere, told your friends, shared a bottle, just came on a barrel pick with us. We've been so fortunate to build this amazing community that we started, but also it's grown outside of us, and it's just a really, truly special thing. And this is a place where everyone that's been involved, you're part of our story, and it's a place that you are welcome and that we want to show you a good time and just show off everything that we've built over the last decade. And so it's just, I don't want to get emotional, so I'm going to quit describing it, but it is just very honoring, humbling, all those things, and can't thank everyone enough. So I'm super excited. I am super exhausted because
That's true.
Just setting up this place, the stress, the 2 years of meetings and decisions and setting up stuff and working with all the architects, designers, and everything. It's been a heavy lift, and people don't see that heavy lift, but you'll see that it was all worth it once you get there.
Yes, very much so. And I think if you're watching this particular episode on YouTube, this will be the last time you're going to see it in this particular studio. So that's what we have. One more move to do.
One more move.
One more move.
Can do it.
We'll get everything over there. But yeah, it's like I said, we can't wait to share it with you all. If you want to know more about what we are offering, you can go to pursuitspirits.com, hit the visit us button, and you can go ahead and book your experiences there if you're traveling here to Louisville. And also you can go to trialanderrorbar.com, and that is our other brand. That's our bar. That's our cocktail lounge. And
that's right.
The menus are on there and everything like that as well.
Kenny will be on the corner.
Yeah. I'll be flipping signs. Be like, come on in. Free drinks on Ryan.
Yes.
You got to use his credit card though.
Which is technically Kenny's too.
It's all one wallet. All right, let's go ahead and dive in with some more news here. So let's talk about our other good buddy, Fred Minnick. He's got a new book coming out called Bottom Shelf: How a Forgotten Brand of Bourbon Saved One Man's Life. I wonder if it's about his life. We'll find out. It's now available for pre-order and scheduled for release early next year. The book will be available in hardback for $28 and is a blend of a memoir and a whiskey world investigation. The book details his journey from a combat veteran struggling with trauma to becoming an influential voice in the whiskey industry. It also explores the history and the bourbon brand of Old Crow, which Minnick once named his all-time favorite, causing its value to soar. Now, this is maybe Old Crow's chest. Not today's Old Crow. The narrative delves into why this once revered brand was relegated to the bottom shelf and what happened to the whiskey itself. The book is presented as a search for purpose and truth within the world of whiskey.
It's very exciting. He hadn't had a book in a while, so I'm very excited for him. Got to see him yesterday. It came from jiu-jitsu and, it's sweaty and
his sweatpants and a sweatshirt on.
But it was very nice of him to come to our soft opening, and he's excited about this book. So, and I loved all of his other books. He's a great writer, and even though he doesn't know how to use Google Docs, he's very good.
He's very good.
He's very good at putting words on paper. So
yes. Well, congratulations to Fred. Make sure you go and you put in your pre-order for that as well. All right. You ready for the juicy one?
Let's go.
All right. A federal judge is currently considering to place Nearest Green Distillery under the control of a receiver. And this is again following the lawsuit from its creditor, Farm Credit America. At a recent hearing, Nearest Green's attorney, Rockland King, he acknowledged that the distillery is in default and admitted that a scheduled $10 million payment to the creditor would not be made on time. King stated that while Chapter 11 bankruptcy has been discussed, the owners, Fawn and Keith Weaver, believe that they can't repay the debt without a receivership. Keith Weaver testified that the company does have a cash flow issue, not a solvency issue or a solvency problem, and that placing a receiver in control would be a catastrophic blow to the brand. In response to requests from Farm Credit America, a judge has also issued a gag order prohibiting both parties and the representatives from making public statements about the case. The judge has also frozen any movement of assets that would impact the creditor's collateral, including barrel sales, and this is while he decides on the receivership motion. A ruling on the receivership is expected very soon.
Yeah, this one's been a hot topic. It was a very hot topic in Franklin, Tennessee, because you had a lot of Tennessee distillers down there. And
I'm guessing Uncle Nearest was not a vendor.
No, they weren't there. And so, yeah, they kind of came out with on Friday, I think, like some of the court testimonies from Mr. Weaver and through the judge. And like, I think the judge, like 90 minutes in, said, I've heard enough. This is not good. Like, let's stop it. And, there's a lot of, they came out first. Then Fawn was like, they're doing a smear campaign, and then the court transcripts kind of came out and you're like, well, it's not a smear campaign.
Not at all, is it?
And it looks like there's some negligence on their CFO and doing some kind of scrupulous things with the financials and stuff. So it's not a good thing, I don't think. I would agree that
when the CFO thing, didn't they try to like over leverage something, or they tried to?
Well, he signed off on that $2 million house in
Martha's
Vineyard, and then also saying that they had more assets and inventory than on paper than they actually had in reality. So that made their like asset to debt ratio larger, so they could get more money. And so he falsified some of those numbers. And so, there's going to be a lot of not good. I mean, obviously it's speculation and they still have to go to trial, but just from what I'm reading, there's some fraudulent charges going to be happening so I don't know. I agree that putting it under receivership would probably slow momentum, because you hope that most fans aren't really like probably aware of what's going on, just like some are.
I don't know about that. This is made.
I know. I'm trying to sugarcoat it a little bit, but it's not good.
No, it's not good. I think I said it last time. I was like, it was a bad look on Fawn to go on the offensive and maybe not the offensive, the defensive, and really like try to attack it a little bit from a social media side. And that's, now that we see everything coming out, which was even weird, is that she didn't even show up to the court appearances.
I know. They said she was selling whiskey in Florida.
It's like she didn't even show up. And it's like, God, just, you have something this monumental on your shoulders and you just blow it off to go and sell a few cases in Pensacola, Florida.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be worth it. This is something that if you were like, hey, I got to go to Dallas and I got to sell a barrel pick, I'd be like, no, you're not. It's like, you need to get over here and you're going to testify.
Can you fudge some numbers? I'm out here.
Yeah. Be like, oh, what do I do now? No, it doesn't look good. Talking about receivership, this is my theory, maybe not theory, my hypothesis, my guess of what's going to happen here is that the bank is going to take it over. No questions. There's no way that Fawn and Keith hold on to this. I don't see it happening. The bank is going to take it over. They're going to bring in a fix-it-up CEO, a fix-it-up CFO, a fix-it-up executive team. And they're going to come in because the bank doesn't want to lose all this. There's no value in them selling barrels and equipment on pennies on the dollar and shutting this down. There's too much money and there's too much at stake. Uncle Nearest is a great story. It's a great brand. It's pretty good whiskey. So what I would do is I would say we need to have somebody come in and really fix this thing and turn it around. Now, that's probably going to mean laying off at least half of their force, really thinning it up, but then focusing narrowly on what has to be accomplished to bring this thing back into a good state. That's my theory. That's the only way that I see them getting out of this. Personally, I look at this as Keith and Fawn's reputation kind of being damaged in the business world. I think this is something that it's like, if you're this close to it, I don't know how you
recover from it.
Well, I mean, me and you both, we don't have a CFO. we're a half functioning CFO if you put both of us together, but we both have eyes on it at all times. And if you're this level of executive leadership into it and you aren't having, quarterly board meetings or something like that with some sort of oversight at this level, I think it's kind of negligent. Like you got to have some sort of way that you can't have one person be like, yeah, I got all this. I'm taking care of, over $100 million worth of assets. Like there's just no way.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a remarkable story and unbelievable, really. This has happened in other industries and stuff. You just haven't seen it like at this scale in the bourbon world. But yeah, I think, there's definitely going to be a receivership. They're trying to argue that they want to use somebody out of Columbia, Tennessee that's closer to the brand that can really understand it and that versus someone in Texas. And so, it's an unfortunate timing too, because like a lot of the bigger brands that could probably, absorb this at a really great deal and really help resurrect and revive it are just probably not in the financial position to, to do that, because I do think it is an amazing brand with an amazing story that has the ability to live on forever and be a brand like, not like Jack Daniel's, but, a pretty staple brand in the American whiskey space. But it's just a culmination of a lot of bad things right now.
Yeah, I saw somebody that had mentioned, oh, this is a great opportunity for Brown-Forman and Jack Daniel's to buy it and own that part of the story. And it's like, I don't really think they need it. They've got their own set of whiskey that they've got to sell, and they're going to go buy stocks of different whiskey. It just doesn't make sense for them to do something like that.
No, they could, fire sell off the inventory to recoup some of that, but a lot of that's going to have to be to pay the bank off. So, I don't know. It's going to be a mess for a while to figure it out.
I think so too. And, I'm kind of mad that they did put a gag order on it. I'm
still amazed they call it a gag order.
I know. Selfishly though, it's like I wanted to see. More
back and forth.
Put more flames on the fan the fire a little bit, right? That's what I really wanted to see. But
yep.
To be continued.
That's right.
All right. Our last news article here is that Give 270. Thank you again for being a sponsor of the show. They have announced that a bottle of Eagle Rare 25 will be the grand prize given away during their latest 2020 Unicorn Raffle. And that's set for Wednesday, September 24th. So at 25 years old, Eagle Rare 25 is the oldest in the Eagle Rare portfolio and a milestone for Buffalo Trace. Each is a 101 proof bourbon as presented in a hand-blown crystal decanter encased in a custom hand-hammered sterling silver wing. Housed in a unique display box, the bottle features a glass eagle nested within. Give 270's 2020 Unicorn Raffle offers $20 tickets for 2 chances to win from a curated selection of 20 prizes from a specific distillery, including this rare unicorn prize. In addition to the grand prize, each $20 ticket purchased also gives participants a chance to win from an assortment of other allocated and limited release Eagle Rare products. All proceeds will benefit Give 270's work, supporting worthwhile organizations and initiatives in Central Kentucky.
And $20, a chance to maybe win a 25-year. That's pretty good.
That's good flipping money right there.
That's right.
I go ahead and just take that one straight to the bank.
That's 100%.
I would.
I think I'm going to buy it for you.
You should. You should. I don't know if you did win it, would you sell it?
No.
You don't think so? I guess for $20 or $100, I'd be like, yeah, I might as well open it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, might as well enjoy it if you're just going to win it off that. Plus, you feel good. It goes to a good cause. They do support a lot of great organizations.
100%.
All right, so that's the end of the bourbon news. Stick around. We've got bourbon release news coming up. It's bourbon release news time, and we've only got 2.
That's it?
Yeah. Actually, there was another part of the news. I just saw it down here. It's not really news, I guess. Buffalo Trace is opening up a cafe on their campus.
They have been missing food there. It's like
I don't know. Okay, it's sandwiches, salads, soups, and a limited cocktail menu is what they're going to have there.
Yeah, because you really didn't have a cocktail bar or food options, so you just had like...
Do you remember when we used to go do barrel picks? They had like a barbecue shack.
They did?
Yeah. At one point they had you would walk down It was like near like the warehouse, whatever that small one is, where they only held like 12 barrels in it or something like that. But they had this little shack and they served barbecue sandwiches out of there.
I don't remember.
I mean,
that.
we're talking.
I just remember getting like
5,
box
6
lunches for barrel picks.
Well, at least they gave you lunches.
Exactly.
I mean, that's positive. But anyway, it's called the John G. Carlisle Cafe. Anybody doesn't know, that's you remember what the Carlisle Act was? That's the Bottled and Bond Act. So there you go. All right, so let's go on with these 2 news announcements. First is that Barman 1873 is launching a limited edition commemorative bottle in celebration of its partnership with Lainey Wilson and her 2025 Whirlwind Tour. This particular tour bottle actually features a design inspired by Wilson's style and career, and the release includes just 1,000 cases across markets that align with the tour stops. The label showcases individually numbered bottles, and it's also the 2025 Tour Belly brand. I don't know what that means, but Lainey branded tack strip takeover and the Lainey Wilson Whirlwind Tour emblem and more collaboration call-outs. Let's see. There's no price. There's no proof. That's all I got.
Well, don't need if got Lainey Wilson. She's like one of the biggest female country singers out there.
Is she?
Yeah. I really like her. I like her music. She's good.
I'm glad you are in tune with today's
got good
country
twang.
music. Yeah. Well, I have no idea. I've never listened. So
you won't be buying this.
I will not be buying this one. I will not partake, but congratulations.
If it was Marshmallow, you'd be
Oh, yeah. I'd be all about it. Yeah. That's what I tried playing it for you last week. Marshmallow and Jelly Roll came out with a collaboration. I'm like, that's what I love to see.
That's what I want.
Worlds colliding is what I love to see with that. So, all right, this is probably another big one, is that Old Fitzgerald has announced the release of its 4th VVS release within the Bottled and Bond decanter series. So Old Fitzgerald, Bottled and Bond, 11-year-old VVS, which I think was meant to be very, very special, of the 2025 Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. This limited quantity release was crafted by master distiller Conor Driscoll, which you'll hear on the podcast here relatively soon, who selected these barrels with a specific profile of their same wheated mash bill, which is 68% corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. And this bourbon is 11 years old and is identified by the maroon label. This new release is available exclusively at the Heaven Hill Bourbon Experience in Bardstown, Kentucky, and at select Kentucky retailers for $170 per bottle.
Is green the spring and maroon like the fall? Is that how
No,
they do it?
it was green and black.
Okay.
So you had, I don't know which one's which, but he had green and black. And then this maroon is that very, very special one. Now, the last one, what was it? Was it a 13-year? Remember?
No, I feel like it was lower. It was like an 8 or 9.
No.
Oh,
the red one.
Oh, yeah, the 13-year.
It was the pre-fire.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody went on.
They put in totes.
But they didn't, there's nothing in here that says exactly what this is. So I have no idea what makes it VVS. I'm sure somebody's going to let me know. I just did a summary of the press release, and that's what I got out of it.
Sounds VVS.
Sounds VVS. Very, very 11 VVS. That's it. That is our roundup of This Week in Bourbon.
Sweet.
Yes. Well, with that, cheers, everybody. Hope to see you at Whiskey Row. Come on and check us out. Again, check out our website, Pursuit Spirits, and trialanderrorbar.com.
Bring your credit cards.
Yeah. We can't wait to see you. Cheers, everyone. See you next time.
Toodles.